This is a real grade MSM02 Zeong. I got myself the effect set, so the cover here is the usual RG box art with the additional classic last shooting illustration. The difference between the standard version and the effect set is all the effect parts and the base. Effect parts for the thrusters and all the mega particle cannons, the base for the last shooting diorama. Of course, the RG-7082 does not come within this kit, but any 144 scale RX-7082 should work fine with the effect parts. It also comes with a sheet of stickers which I am not going to apply except for the mono eye. The one thing surprised me a lot is the inner frame. Just look at all these details. They speak for themselves, looking damn gorgeous. I can say with confidence the engineering going on with this kit is much better than most master grade kits, and I have built a lot of 2.0 master grades. I wasn't sure about painting this kit. The look of Zeong is not exactly my style, to be honest, but after building it, I have decided I am definitely gonna go paint the inner frame. Can't have enough of this. With the aesthetic of this suit, well, the looks like a Ryzen kit cell doesn't stop. A lot more pino lines, a bunch more details, hollow out armors, and big armor cut into small pieces with color variation. The usual. That's what I like, so nothing to complain about. But still, Zeong doesn't have an attractive look to begin with. Looking at the head, the antenna doesn't have any knobs, which means it looks sharper but more fragile, so be careful with it. The area that is usually the exhaust ports on a Gundam is thruster on the Zeong. You can get the head out and install the effect parts here. It has a bit of articulation. The mouth is a mega particle cannon. The effect part for it cannot be attached directly. It needs to be installed onto a stand. You can open the head, get this part out, and then you can move the mono eye up and down. Install the head back, there you go. Well, attached to the body, when you move the head, the eye will move alongside with it. You can also open the cockpit hatch on the back of the head. That is quite a lot of gimmicks just for the head. You can't tilt the head, and the rotation is rather limited, but it can move up and down fairly well thanks to the additional joints at the chest here. When you bend the chest, the thrusters on the back will move alongside with it. That's cool. Cockpit hatch on the chest can also be opened. The shoulder armor has 2 parts articulation. You can also pull out the armor for more articulation. The usual 360. That's the highest it can get after pulling out the shoulder. When you bend the arm plate on the back will move along. That's some nice detail inside the elbow. It cannot touch the shoulder armor, not even close. The 2 big hands we got are the classic RG pre-assembled skeleton style. These beam shooting fingers has a moderate amount of articulation. Pretty tight fit. A lot of effect parts just for the fingers. There is also a part for reinforcing the fingers, just in case if they got loose and they cannot hold the effect parts. Then you just need to install this part on there. As we all know, hands of the Zeong can be ejected and used as maneuverable external weapons, controlled by wires. This kit can do just that. Just pull the hand out. This part inside is also pretty detailed. There's an effect part for the thrusters on the hand. Pull out the arm, then you can attach the stand onto there. Attach the wires, and get all the effect parts on. Looking pretty dynamic. This is the Zeong from the first Gundam anime, so there are no legs. Instead, we have huge thrusters. We got 3 undercarriages for standing without a base, but they don't have any mechanism for retractions. You need to uninstall 3 parts and add 3 more. Of course, this kit comes with a stand, and there are 2 places to connect to the stand on the Zeong. Underneath the skirt armor, you will need a connection piece. Just install it there, and get it onto the stand. There you go. The second hole is on the back here. Just get this part out, then you can connect it like so. This placement is to show off the huge thrusters Zeong got. You can use the articulation on the head and the waist And there you go. Looking like a heart here. A lot of panel lines and details on the skirt armor here. Within the little heart underneath, we have huge thrusters and amazing details. The 5 thrusters on the back has a little bit of articulation. The 2 pairs of 6 thrusters also got a bit of articulation. We can open the skirt armor. There are 7 pieces you can open. Once opened, we can see the beautiful truss frame and all the details inside the skirt armor. And the thrusters got more room to move around. Let's get to the last shooting base. It's just 4 plastic plates clamped together with some effect parts. In order to install the head, you will need to get this part out. Install the explosion effect parts right there, and get back to the antenna. A little connection piece you need to install. And get it on there. I don't have the real grade RX-78 II, but most other 144 scale RX-78 II works just fine with the effect parts. This kit has some damaged replacement parts for the RG one, so if you have the real grade RX-78 II, you can get a more authentic looking diorama. There you have it, the last shooting diorama. When you have the last shooting diorama going on, the body of the Zeong will have no heads. What are you going to do with that thing? Just lying on the side awkwardly? Well, I'd much prefer to have the whole Zeong in display instead of a single diorama and a body. Bandai did give you replacement parts just in case if you don't want to have the diorama, and you can get a very cool looking effect part for the beam rifle. Now, should you buy this kit? In my humble opinion, if you don't hate Zeong, then yes. Great detail, outstanding inner frame, decent articulation, a lot of gimmicks to play with. But what about the effect set? Is that necessary? Just a couple of effect parts with a base, but will cost you around 30 to 40 bucks more. Not really. But that's just me. If you really want to have the last shooting scene displayed on your shelf, get the effect set. But remember, it doesn't have 2 heads. Zeong's head can only be attached to the body or used for the diorama. Well, that's about it. If you want to have more quickest English review of the newest Gunpla kits on YouTube, remember to get subscribed and hit the like button. And if you want to see me painting the whole inner frame, leave a comment to tell me. This is Zeong, see you next time, peace.